What's going on, everybody? It's your boy PTK Blam back with another video. First and foremost, just want to give everybody a quick shout out for all of the likes, and you guys seem to be really enjoying the standalone videos, and I'm really having a good time making them, so keep them coming. I will make sure I throw a link up there to the most recent one up on the channel, but I got a great video to talk to you guys about today, man. We got some really good stuff to talk about, and as you guys can see in the thumbnail, we're obviously talking about Marathon, Bungie's brand new IP, or old new IP as I should say. We finally got the gameplay reveal this past Saturday, and boy, one word I would say after the fallout would be divisive. And it's not really a good or bad thing, and I'm coming away thinking of a bunch of different things. Now, to be fair, I did make a video previously and I went in extremely open-minded with Bungie. To be fair also, and to make sure we frame this properly, I did also mention that Bungie is not necessarily, or hadn't been, in the best graces of their own community recently for various different reasons, mainly due to just how Destiny 2 ended. Some people like the DLC, the Final Shave, and some of the First Light DLC that was even split down the middle from the decisions that they made with PvP, or lack of decisions based on PvP as well too. Just the imbalance in the game, story content, things just not feeling as extravagant as people thought the ending was going to be. And it just left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. Now, they've been doing some good things since then, but they've been in a very odd spot. And I did say that would play a crucial role into how this reveal would go down. And I honestly thought that they would need to absolutely blow this out of the water. And just coming away, my first impressions was I don't necessarily think personally that they achieved that. And there's various different reasons, and I'm really split on this because I've seen so many people, and you're going to see a trillion videos about this topic, and then people are going to be on one side of the fence or the other, but both sides actually have great points. So I'll talk a little bit about both and some of the things I saw as far as the Bungie Marathon reveal and just my quick impression. So first and foremost, like I said before in the previous video, I was really excited, and I thought mainly because this was an opportunity in a genre that didn't really have a premier game. I don't say premier, but didn't really, still a very niche genre. Doesn't have a huge game. Shout out to Tarkov as well as Hunt Showdown. Those games are probably the biggest games in the genre, and they're still extremely niche, you know, for various different reasons, and I'll get into those a little bit as well too. So I thought that left a great opportunity for Bungie to come along with the reputation, with the name, with the money, with the budget, you know, with their experience with Destiny, with the fan base, and kind of it left a big hole there. Like, okay, you guys can come in and really change things and elevate this genre and bring something unique to the extraction genre. And I can't say that they did that based on what I saw at the reveal. Now, there were some things that I liked. Obviously, artistically, I think the art style is really cool. I'm always into the super space, far future, sci-fi, cyberpunk, Mirror's Edge look. I love the art style. I love the way the runners look. By the way, if you don't know, the runners are the actual faction. Those are the characters that you play with. Essentially, they're runners. That's their title officially. And I love the art style. Love the way the maps look. Graphically, it was a little confusing because sometimes it looks cel shaded, other times it looked like more real time graphics, more real time textures. It's just depending on the light, it kind of was bouncing back and forth. It was a little confusing because I wasn't really sure what I was looking at, and the textures as well on some of the characters. Some are glossy, some are matte, some are really dark, some are light, and it kind of made the textures look a little weird. Once again, sometimes it looked a little cartoony, a la like Fortnite skins. And then sometimes it looked very cel shaded, and then sometimes it looked like UE5. So it was a little confusing, but once again, that is just a alpha build. We'll see how it shapes up. Another thing too that I thought that they would need to do, or I thought they had an opportunity to do, was really change the way people look at extraction shooters, because I thought that was actually the biggest uphill climb as far as, yeah, you can be Bungie, you can have Destiny 2, you know, everybody know your name, you know, you be this huge premier dev, you know, $1 billion franchise in Destiny, but that does not automatically mean you're going to make a hit game in a space that really doesn't have one. And that kind of brings me to my next point, and shout out to Shroud, one of, you know, huge content creator, huge streamer, great FPS player as well too. He brought up a great point that I hadn't thought of, and there are certain genres, and I'm seeing more and more that the extraction shooter genre there are things that are built into these kind of games that just make people uncomfortable. And he described it as friction. He said there are things built into those games that just cause friction and uneasiness and that make players uncomfortable. And people don't like that. You know, you look at the average gamer, I don't like all of the extra friction, you know, from having to maintain 1,000 different scopes and maintain my inventory and maintain my health. And, you know, we got to check the weather and where the enemy's located and all these different minute things that make extraction shooters what they are, and the people that play them love them. The average gamer probably is not going to be on board with those things, but that's also what makes those games fun, and that's what keep people coming back playing Tarkov and Hunt Showdown. But they also limit the amount of people that are going to play them. They limit the group of people that are going to come in. There's a high skill level, a high skill ceiling, and people don't necessarily like that when they're trying to jump in, especially if they're casual players. So it's a weird spot for them to be in. Because yes, you can come in and, you know, bring in all the cachet from Destiny and say, we're going to do something different here. But at the same time, is it possible in that particular genre, just with the way the games are innately built? So it really brings up a great question. And this is exactly why the community has been split. See a lot of people just throwing dirt on it, saying, well, it's BS and, you know, it's just a manufactured game and it's Concord 2.0. I am not going that far. I will give Bungie the proper credit that it deserves. I will give them the opportunity, like I do every dev in every game, to actually come out and try and do something different. This might be a slow burn, and that's okay with me. You know, sometimes it's best that the community builds slow over time, and this might be that kind of game, and I'm actually fine with that. And they might need that to really get back in touch with their community. You know, there's also the possibility that it doesn't do well at all, that it comes out, and by the way, it's not free to play. They announced that as well too. So it is going to be, they announced a premium product. So it's gonna land. They didn't officially announce the price, but a lot of people are saying about $40, which ironically was the same price as Concord, and why people are making the comparisons. But I'm not even going to compare it to Concord. I don't think it'll be a Concord 2.0. I do think it will have some support. They will have a chance to grab some people and start building a community. If you pay attention also with the reveal, they really did a lot with these big, large content creators on YouTube and big streamers. A lot of them, probably 95% being Destiny streamers. So you can tell they're leaning heavily onto, okay, we're going to, hopefully our community is going to carry over and they have enough love. We're going to get them on board for at least the first, month or two to try and get to build this thing out to show people why it's a unique IP. So we'll see, man. I'm really, really curious on how this is going to shape up. I am excited for the game. Like I said, this might be a bit of a slow burn. There are some things, a lot of questions, and ultimately it might just be a game that I need to play. Now, they're having a closed alpha, which is very limited, unfortunately. Hopefully down the line, since it comes out September 23rd, I believe is the official release date. Hopefully they do decide to have a open beta for everyone. I think, on every system, every platform, have an open beta, allow everybody to get their hands on it before you officially say it goes gold and we're going to ship it the way it is. So there's some questions though, but let me know what you guys think down in the comment section about the reveal. Did you guys enjoy it? Some of the pros, some of the cons, and let me know about some ideas on some new videos as well. I will try my best to keep this content coming, but other than that, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.